One and hello everyone, and welcome into Softball Talk, where once again we are catching up with the softball players in our area who have moved on to play Division I softball and in the other areas. And today we have another guest. She was a three-time state champion with the Sumiton Christian Eagles, where she collected several awards and is still tops in state in the state record books in several categories, including stolen bases. She is currently in the starting lineup for the Alabama Crimson Tide in the outfield and is just fresh off an appearance in the College World Series. Welcome in, Kendall Beth Sides. KB, always a pleasure to have you on, especially after this wonderful year. How's things going through your mind?
It was awesome. It's always been my dream to go to the World Series, and we got home, and I was just like, wow, we really just went to that, and I've been resting all week, though. It's a really different transition coming home this year compared to last year, though, because it was just, the World Series is incredible, and I wish everyone could go at least once.
Yeah, and I mean, this year, the season has been absolutely mind-blowing from the time that you got named as a starter. Through the season, you guys won a SEC regular season championship. You moved through the regions, the super regionals. You guys finished up, for all intents and purposes, as a third team in the country, which y'all defied a lot of odds because of the seeding, which I know is controversial. But you really showed that y'all deserved to be in that placement. Did you believe when you started this year that things would just take this mountaintop glory?
The beginning of the season, we all knew that this team was special from our first day. We had a great group of seniors, the four, Courtney, Caroline, Reagan, and Maris. They all brought something different. Maris was like the mom of the group. Caroline was just like that other coach in the dugout with us. Courtney just brought a lot of energy and fired our team, and Reagan was just like the head leader of it all. We did have to, defy a lot of odds, but I think from the very beginning we all loved each other. We started the season 33-0, and I think that was really incredible compared to last year. We were 38-20, and this year we ended up 60-10, which is a complete turnaround. And those four seniors really helped us put Alabama, the softball program, back on the map, because I know for the past couple of years it hadn't been, what it usually had been. That was one of the things that I think disappointed us a lot, was that we didn't get that seeding that we wanted to get. But we still, we took it as a challenge, put it as a little chip on our shoulder, and they had us 8th in the preseason in the SEC, not just in the country. So from the beginning, we had a big number 8 in our locker room, and we just used that as motivation. Well, when the rankings came out for the national seeding, we were also 8th again, which we were expecting, top 5. So that put a chip on our shoulder, and we ended up finishing 3rd. So that was awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely tremendous year. You briefly touched on it. What is the atmosphere in Oklahoma City like at a College World Series? How does it compare to, let's say, a region or a super regional? How much more amped up is it?
I would say, coming from Rhodes, our stadium is one of the loudest in the country, and our fans are always like super loud. But when I first walked on the field when we were playing Oklahoma, you just look around and it's packed everywhere. Now, I thought Rhodes was a little louder, but they have their loud moments at the field, the Hall of Fame Stadium, but there's obviously like double the fans. So it was incredible. It was just like, I was talking to one of my teammates, and I was like, it's like we're trapped in the middle of all these people that are surrounding us on every corner. So it was incredible. And I told Coach Murphy the other day, he sent me a picture of us on the field, and I was like, I want to be back there every single year and end my season there. But next year with a national championship.
There you go. You had some remarkable, absolutely stellar moments this year, and many of whom were at the hands of the University of Florida. As a matter of fact, Beth Mullins kind of called you the Gator Headache because you guys went down to Gainesville and you swept Florida at home, where actually you hit your first SEC home run down there. And then, of course, in the College World Series, you guys play them, you went 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored, and that leadoff double just seemed to set the tone. So the memories that you've made against Florida seem to really stand out. Actually, land you on the set of ESPN after that last game.
That was incredible. I actually wanted to go to Florida growing up, so that was just one of the things. We went down there and we had our head on straight going down there, and I knew we had a great chance to sweep them. That was one of the things that we wanted to do all year, was sweep Florida, because that helped us lead into our SEC title. When I hit that home run off of Brian Hale, I was just like, I didn't know what happened. It was crazy. And then after that, we played them at the SEC tournament. She had a little bit of trouble throwing to me my first 2 at-bats, and she ended up striking me out my last at-bat, though, to end the game. And I was like, if we play them again at the World Series, it's just, I'm ready to hit off of her. And I let off the game, and I was like, well, it's going to be a good day. So I just kept going with that. But it was awesome playing them, especially just wanting to go somewhere, because a bunch of us that have gone on to bigger schools, you don't have just one school that you want to go to. And Florida was my top 3 list for sure. So that was just bittersweet, shaking their hands after. So that was awesome.
Well, the relationship to me in between you and the coaching staff, particularly Coach Murph, Coach Allison, I think is so very special. I know it's been touched on. I've got a little picture here that came, I guess this is from Oklahoma City, I believe. Let me show this off. KB is about to do the Lambeau leap.
I think that was the Texas when I hit that home run.
Oh, okay. So
this
is the home run from the Super Regional.
Yeah.
Where KB is about to do the Lambeau leap into Coach Murphy's arms, and the reason why I have to get this picture before she did the leap is KB's literally covered him. But we've talked to Coach Murphy for a number of years, about things, and of course when you got there on campus, things just took off, and I know him and Coach Allison Habits, have really been like the surrogate uncle and aunts to you. What's the relationship like?
Coach Murphy is absolutely incredible. I'd been talking to them since my, I think, 8th grade year. They had came and watched, when Murphy came and watched me play at Sumiton Christian. I think we were playing Parish. It was a long time ago, but I remember that. And I'd just been talking to them for so long, and I'd built a relationship with him. Murph told one of my coaches that he never would have dreamed that as a 9th grader I could have held a conversation with him on the phone like I did. I would call him once a month. We'd talk for an hour almost every time and just kept building relationships. And when I got there, it was just incredible. He's a great person. Like, he's one of the best people that I've ever met off the field. And on the field, that's his job. That's what he's there to do. Sometimes you don't want to hear what he has to say, but it makes you better. And I remember when I was struggling in March, he got into me a little bit because I was not, I had my head down where I didn't need to be. And I told him thank you a day later. I was like, thank you for doing that. I needed that. And really that's what I told him the other day. I said, after you did that, from the Georgia series on, I had one of the best postseasons that I could ever ask for. And Allie is she's incredible. You can talk to her about anything that's going on in your life, and she's just awesome. They're both amazing people, and I wouldn't want to play for anyone else.
Excellent. Well, now we're going to lighten things up a little bit and play our new segment, 8 Questions, where we're going to find out a little bit about you and your teammates on the funnier side. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, who is the best dancer on the team? Who can really cut a rug?
I would say we have our little group that we call, it's our dancing group that we'll do before practice. And Murph actually had a lady come in and do a Zumba class. So I would say Alyssa Brown, Kayla Davis, me and Skylar Wallace and Kaylee Tao, we all like to dance. That's just one of our pregame things that we'll get in front of the mirror and just dance.
So, okay, now who has no moves whatsoever?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Reagan Dykes, she just graduated. She's so funny to watch dance. That's for sure.
So it's Reagan Dykes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who is the best singer on the team? Who's very melodious?
Alyssa can sing really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, who could not carry a tune to save their life?
Probably Reagan.
Reagan
Yeah,
again.
Reagan 2 for 2.
Oh, Reagan. Reagan's getting the bad championship belt. Okay, now, what is the funniest moment of the year for you thus far? What's really made you sit back and laugh?
Oh my gosh, so many times this team is just like, there's so many funny moments. We stay laughing all the time. It's hard for me to choose one, but I would say when we threw the cooler on Murph after we beat Texas, he had no idea, and that was so funny. Like, he had no idea it was coming.
All right. What is an odd or weird thing, or many people would find an odd or weird thing that you cannot live without?
I actually have this bear that I got at Disney World. It's a Pooh Bear. It's like this big, and I sleep with it every night. I don't bring it on the road because it's just like, I don't want it to get dirty, but I literally sleep with it every night. I brought it home. It's in my bed right now.
Okay, the bear.
Yeah.
All right, if you were granted one superhero power, what would it be and why?
I'm not really big on going back to the past or future. I would say being invisible. That'd be crazy.
Invisible. Wow.
Yeah.
That would make life even worse on pitchers, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be insane.
Well, let's close out our 8 questions by stepping back into the world. And, of course, you and the other people from our area that are in Division I softball, y'all are kind of the forerunners right now. And so much example is being taken from girls from 5 to 15 in our area that are working hard through the travel ball or through the high school ranks. What would you like to say for them for encouragement and support so they can see themselves maybe one day in a College World Series?
I would say one of the biggest things that I've always said to kids that I've met and just come up and talk to me, that just always believe in yourself, because that was like one of the biggest issues for me even in college, was I never had a lot of confidence in myself, and when I found that, it was just like a complete 180. So definitely just always believe in yourself no matter what.
Excellent, excellent. Well, KB, as always, it's wonderful to see you, wonderful to have you on.
Thank you.
And we'll be seeing you in the fall, covering you for a fall ball. And also, we'll be seeing you next season, and hopefully you guys will be right back at OKC tearing it on up. So thank you.
So thank you.
And that's going to wrap us up for another edition of Softball Talk. We will have another guest on very soon, but for right now, this is Brian Hale for the Daily Mountain Eagle saying so long, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching our video content. You may have noticed our furniture that we have. It's sponsored by High Point Furniture. High Point's located on Highway 78 in Jasper. They're located in between Winn-Dixie and Mr. Bean's. Be sure to go by, visit Reggie and his staff, tell them thank you for what they do for the Daily Mountain Eagle, and be sure to pick out some great furniture like what we have here. Thanks again to High Point Furniture for sponsoring the DME's video content.